everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
Hey, here we go. Slow it in. Line 54. Double dog. That's the way. Switch it.
On play action, Prescott. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Prescott off play action. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good... And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. There's overload.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And some strong running. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. He won't go down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw, Darnold. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really
under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Matt Longacre. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. On second down, it's Bell, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down now, it's Drake. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. That's taken on the 25. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Darnold. Open man there. That's Bellamy. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check 99. Check 99. Young lady.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. After the run, now Darnold to throw. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, it's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And he finds Stills, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He completes it to Wilson. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Number 53. Down to lose one.
To the air again, Prescott. They're able to locate Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, Prescott. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. And anytime a receiver's over 100 yards like Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Darnold now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold now to throw. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. 2nd and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal. I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big time.
Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
16 yards, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This is Stills on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 26. 26.
They run it with Balaj. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. This is Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll go again with Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. and the Jets are going to retake the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Quinnen Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. It's complete. Stills. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first down throw, Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 38, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. He's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Darnold. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35-yard line. Quinnen Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And a completion to Wilson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. Oh, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Bell running on 1st down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calais Campbell on the stop. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he? Yeah,
absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Bell. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon,
he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So Dak Prescott of the offense. Down by 4, a little under 30 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he hits Drake. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot now for Prescott. This is caught.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by